truth, and life. Here is the Brother Leon Show. You better recognize.
What's going on, my listeners? This is your boy, Brother Leon, and you are tuning into another episode of the Brother Leon Show. Let's go in this piece. Today, I want to talk about a subject, and I'm more or less gearing this towards the guys today. Because today we are going to talk about that dreaded friend zone. And one thing that I want you guys to understand and know is this, is that I hold no hatred in my heart towards women. But the one thing that I want you guys to understand and know is that sometimes you have to see things from a male perspective. And then we as men at times, we have to get to the place where we are willing to walk away. Where we are willing to just be like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this to myself. My pride will not allow me to stay in negative spaces or to even stay in a place of limbo. So today we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to be before you long. And I'm going to end this episode with a song by Eric Roberson called Try to Be Your Friend. And so the one thing that I want you guys to understand and know, as a man, we pursue women. We pursue women who we find attractive. We pursue women who we would like to be in a relationship with, have sex with, have kids with, marry, all the above at times. But sometimes you have to ask yourself, and this is what dating is, and I was explaining this to a friend. I'm like, yo, dating for men at times is like a one-sided experiment. Because when you look at what is involved in gaining resources, and then you take and do the calculations, and then you come up with a hypothesis on how the dating experience is going to go. Is it going to be rewarding? Is it going to be something that will be continual? Will it turn into something else? So when you start looking at it from a scientific point of view, will it metamorphosize into something else? And so a lot of times, man, it may not. And that is the gamble that you take. Dating can be like going to the casino and playing the slots. Sometimes you just keep putting money in there, hoping that you hit. And that's what dating is at times. Because from a guy's perspective, this is time and money that you can't get back. And that's the God knows truth. So when a woman puts you in the friend zone, it's one of those type of things like you're waiting. It's almost like a waiting room. And then you seeing other people go, and you're still there filling out paperwork and being transparent and everything like that. And the crazy thing about all of this is that it still doesn't go your way. And one thing that I want to tell you guys beyond a shadow of a doubt is that the friend zone, from a guy's perspective, is limbo. It's that in-between time. And then you are the type of friend where you're listening. You're listening to this woman talk about other guys, dating experiences, and all the above. And the crazy thing is that she runs to you with everything. And you take it in and you're giving your input. And on top of that, you still might be taking her out. And it's just a friend date. Or some of you might be extreme with it, like you giving her the whole boyfriend experience. The only thing you ain't getting is sex from it. And I mean, you're just there, being that emotional support. And at times being that physical support outside of sex. And even at times being that support that is financial. But yet you still hold feelings for this woman in your heart. And the crazy thing is that she doesn't even see you like that. And the crazy thing with all of this is that at the end of the day, you will never be the choice. And she will have the audacity at times to say, how come I can't meet a good man? And a good man is on the phone with her. I was watching Kevin Samuels one time, and he said to this woman, most likely the guy that you need for your life, you probably friend zoned him. So look in your friend zone to see who's a good man, because she was talking to him and basically venting on how she hasn't met any good men. But she had a plethora of male friends in the friend zone. But she's hollering about, how come I can't meet a good man? But the crazy thing, guys, is this. Is that in the friend zone, you're not good enough for her, number one. Number two, you're not even good enough for any of her girlfriends. She wants to keep you isolated. So here it is, I'm your friend. You know I'm a good man. Because if I was crap, or if I was an asshole, if I was anything other than that, you wouldn't be dealing with me. So guys, peep this. You're good enough to be in the friend zone for her. You're good enough to be a friend to her, but you're not good enough to be a man that's in her girlfriend's life, or even a man that might be in her family, like one of her sisters or maybe her cousins or something like that. You ain't good enough for that. So you have to ask yourself, if I'm not good enough for family, if I'm not good enough for friends, if I'm not even good enough for your work colleagues, then why am I here? Why am I here to hear you vent? Why am I here to hear your heart? Why am I here? Because I hold feelings for you. I could be the man. I could be your husband. I could be the one that you create a life with, but you don't want me. You want something else. And then the crazy part about it, we try to dip. We try to get out. And because of the emotional investment that we have put in at times, we start missing them even though we know they don't want us. And they start missing us when we start, breaking pattern. We was talking every other day, every day at times, and now we talking maybe once a month. What I am here to tell you is that you have to love yourself enough to cut yourself loose. Because what she should be giving to her man, she is giving to you. And what you should be receiving from her, she's giving to someone else. She should be venting and pouring herself emotionally into the man that she is with, not to you. Because trust and believe, when you're giving yourself emotionally as a friend, hoping to be a lover, you can't get that emotional energy back. You can't get that time back. And you have to be selfish enough. And you have to love yourself enough to say, yo, I'm done here. I'm out. Be happy with that dude. And some of you might end up having that conversation and basically saying like, yo, I love you, but you don't see me. Or you probably do see me, but for some odd reason, I'm not your flavor. You like everything else. But the one thing that keeps you from being with me I don't know what that is. So I'm telling you right now, man, she may not be attracted to you, but she wants you as a friend. And so you have to make up in your mind that if she is not sexually attracted to you, are you willing to cut yourself loose, man? Because I look at it like this. You're holding yourself up from being blessed. You're holding her life up from giving her all to the person that she is with, because she's always calling you. She done confided in you secrets and you know her. But yet, that's all you're going to be with her, is a friend that may know everything. And you could be her lover, but she don't see you like that. So love yourself enough to cut yourself loose. Love yourself enough where you say in your mind and in your heart, like, yo, this is it for me. I love you, but I gotta go. Because I don't want to keep hearing the stories about other dudes. I don't want to keep being the one that you vent to and how he might be acting up and this one over here. And I don't want to hear that no more. I can't take it no more. And so you have to make up in your mind that this is it for me. I heard Jessica O, and I follow her on Instagram. She's on YouTube and everything. If a woman doesn't receive your love, don't try to force it. Keep on moving. Keep your pride intact. Keep your manhood intact. And keep on moving. Because at the end of the day, there is someone who wants you. There is someone who wants to be with you. And it won't be friend zone. They want to have a life with you. They want to have a relationship with you. And so I'm telling you guys, make sure that the relationship is genuine. Because if the relationship is genuine and the love is genuine and she likes you genuinely because of who you are, it won't have to be performative. As long as you're in the friend zone, the relationship will always be performative. As long as you're in the friend zone, it'll always be, well, what can you give me emotionally? And one thing that I'm here to tell you is this, is that relationships require reciprocity. And if all you're doing is giving, hoping that you get out the friend zone, it's never going to happen. She's never going to look at you the way that you want to be looked at. And you'll stay in the friend zone and you'll see her go from this dude here to that dude here to that dude here to that dude here, and you will never be the one. And so you have to make up in your mind, I am not going to be a male girlfriend. I'm telling you right now, some of y'all niggas, y'all have gotten complacent and y'all have settled for being a male girlfriend. You have settled for being a male girlfriend. You ain't never going to get her. So don't be a male girlfriend. I made up in my mind, man, during this whole dating experience that I'm on, I am not going to be a male girlfriend. I'm not going to be that dude that you run to emotionally, especially if I ain't benefiting physically. And you got somebody who is getting the benefits physically. You're not giving to him emotionally. I'm the one that you're giving to emotionally. He gets your body, but I get your heart and your mind. That's not fair. And you guys got to make up in your mind that that is not the life that I want. That is not the type of relationship that God has ordained for me to have. The type of relationship that God has ordained for me to have is to have a relationship that is physical, that is emotional, that is spiritual. That there's reciprocity throughout the relationship. And I'm not trying to say that you ain't going to have friends of the opposite sex. I'm talking about that fucking toxic shit where you're in the friend zone. You know this dude got feelings for you. You know you got feelings for her. And yet you're in limbo, hoping. Or worse, you doing boyfriend things and you ain't even getting boyfriend benefits. You taking her on cruises, you moving her, you picking up kids from daycare. You damn near being a father. But yet she sees you as a friend. Nah, Negro, wake the fuck up. That's some bullshit right there. And then next thing you know, ooh, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. That is some bullshit too. Because you love the benefit of me, but you don't want the reality of me and everything that comes with me, because now you're going to be held to a responsibility and an accountability that you don't want. But the crazy thing about it is that this shit is never vocalized in the beginning. So I'm telling you right now, man, no, I will not be your friend. I can't. And some of us, we have to unlearn and stop being friends with all these women. Seriously, if you want the type of relationship that you want, you're going to have to go through a season. I'm going through it right now. Of learning how to not be a friend to women. Because at times you're going to get sick and tired of being friend zoned. I'm telling you that right now. So learn not to give your emotional self to all these women who don't want to give themselves emotionally or even physically to you. Especially physically. So I'm telling you, man, some women may not like what I'm saying. Some women may think that the nice guy image is something else, but all I'm telling you is that from a guy's perspective, this is what it is. And y'all can talk that whole toxic masculinity and trying to flip and high all day long. But be honest with yourselves, lady. Friend zone is nothing but limbo. Or what is it really friend zone? It's just a dick on standby. That's what Chris Rock said. A dick on standby. What is the friend zone? A dick on standby. So you have to ask yourself, dude, do you want to be on standby? Or do you want to get the fuck out and meet somebody and keep it moving? Because trust and believe, when you get a girlfriend, she ain't going to want to hear all that shit. She ain't going to want to hear your stories, your frustrations. She is not going to want to hear that. So if she ain't willing to listen to you, why the fuck are you listening to her? Seriously, if she ain't willing to give you some advice, because you done gave her all types of advice. If she ain't willing to do that for you, then why the fuck are you there? Get the fuck out. Get out. It's not safe here. This woman wants to keep you all to herself and suck the emotional life and wisdom out of your ass that you could be giving to another woman, and you could be having sex, you could be having kids, you could be married, you could be doing all that shit. But you stuck waiting. Oh yeah, maybe this is it. She done broke up with Troy. Maybe she might consider me. Man, please. She done went from Troy to Don to Dante to Keith to Roy to Brandon. You ain't gonna never be the one. I'm serious. It's like you're waiting to be called, so-and-so, you are the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. Shit. I'm gonna tell you, you know when you gonna end up coming down? When she done been fucking ran through by everybody, got fucking kids. It's just like Forrest Gump. You do not want to be that dude. Because when you look at Forrest Gump, Jenny didn't get with Forrest until she done got ran through, and now she getting ready to fucking die. I don't want you at the last part of you. I want you at the beginning of you. And a lot of us, man, male and female, we end up getting a last version, or the fucked up version, or the used version of people. And that's the God knows truth. Could have got you in the prime, but nah, you had to run out here and have your hot boy summer, have your whole boy summer, your hot girl summer, your whole girl summer. You had to have all that shit. And now that shit done went, you done did that shit like 3-4 years in a row. And now all of a sudden, you ready to settle down and you want me, and here it is, you done got baggage big time. I'm dealing with all the motherfuckers that done broke your heart. I'm dealing with baby daddies. I'm dealing with ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends. I'm dealing with all that shit. But I've been here since the beginning, watching you, hoping that you would choose me, and you didn't. And I fought myself because I should have cut myself loose years ago. And I didn't. So I'm telling you guys, you don't want to be in the friend zone. I'm serious. You do not want to be in the friend zone. So I'm telling you guys right now, no to the friend zone. Say with me, I will not be a male girlfriend. So, hey, we're going to end this song, and I want you to listen to the lyrics. Because when I heard this song, I was like, yo, this is me. I saw myself. I saw myself in different relationships. I saw myself saying something like this. And so I want you guys to listen to it, hear the heart of it, and I want you to take and buy this on iTunes. I want you to pick up Eric Roberson's album, Lessons. And I want you to listen. Guys, I want you to listen to this song, Try to Be Your Friend, because this song speaks. So wherever you get your music from, on any digital platform, if you're into vinyl, get this song. If you're into CDs, get this song. Pick up Eric Roberson's album today.
I'm the one you call.
I think the one thing that I want you guys to understand is this, is that rejection and loneliness are our greatest fears. The one thing that we are hungry for and that we long for is love and acceptance. And sometimes, men, you have to love yourself to accept the fact that she is not attracted to you like that. And sometimes you have to love yourself enough to cut yourself loose. Because you can't sit up here and say that you love yourself and to take rejection or to take being in the friend zone. Because it's like, here it is. You love her, and you love her so much that you're willing to be in the friend zone just to have access. But you have to ask yourself, if you love her like that, when are you going to start loving yourself to come to the realization that the relationship is not going to be what you want? And even though you want access to her, and even though you want conversation with her, she will never change her mind when it comes to you. Because you didn't seen the pattern. You've been there long enough to see it. So love yourself enough to step away. Love yourself enough to cut yourself loose. But also love yourself. You will not be so desperate. And you will not be the type of man that is so fearful of loneliness that you're willing to accept something that you really don't want. So trust and believe, man. Sometimes good guys do get the bad end of the deal. But I'm telling you right now, love yourself enough to walk away and say, I'm not going to be a male girlfriend. And you got to learn how to walk away. All right, guys. Peace.